Hey Felicia, how you doing?
What's happening?
Hey, what's your ethnicity?
Native American?
Okay, you want to ask Black Americans a question? Hey, straight up, want to ask
Yeah.
Black
Do you
Americans
believe
a
in
question?
DNA tests?
Do I believe in DNA tests?
Yeah.
Not if a gecko can get their mouth swabbed and they come back with the gecko coming back to Nigeria. Hell no.
So that's a no.
Like I said, if that DNA test you talking about, if I can take it and I can swab a lizard and it come back going saying that lizard from Nigeria, absolutely not. And if they getting sued, absolutely not. Yeah, that's just me. I don't know if the other panelists want to. I don't know if they do, but I don't. I think if you can swab an animal, you know what I mean, or a lizard, or a reptile, I don't know. And if it says for entertainment purposes only, uh-uh. Let Maroon answer you too. Go ahead, Maroon.
Yeah, it must be Christmas. It must be Christmas, Miss Love. You said what's your name? Salish. What tribe are you from since you're a native?
Salish.
Okay. So you don't have any other tribes amongst your genealogy or anything?
Oh, I do. Yeah. My dad is full blood Lakota, and my mother is half Klamath and half
There we go.
Salish.
There we go. So did you find that out through DNA?
No, I already knew that.
Right. So my grandmother had stories of being indigenous, not native. And then my grandfather, even though I wasn't raised with him, he unalived before, I was the age of 6. But, he also had stories of different things on the East Coast of the indigenous people there. But I will say this, like Ms. Love said, if you all will take a DNA test and, it comes back to Nigeria, even though you were told you're native, I don't think that's fair for us to do the same thing.
Wait a minute,
That's why they
Maroon.
banned it.
Or if it come back to Siberia.
That is true. Would it go back to Asia?
My DNA?
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I've already taken one.
I doubt that. They actually made it illegal for a lot of y'all to take DNA tests.
No, that's not true. It's
That is
actually, I'm pretty
true.
sure
Wait a minute.
anybody can take a
What did
DNA
yours
test.
come back to, Felicia? I'm curious.
North Native American Indigenous.
Oh, so it came back to me. How many of y'all, is that common within the tribes?
The common within my tribe?
Yeah, I mean, period. Is that something y'all do as Native Americans? Is that common? All y'all take DNA tests and they come back to, what did you say?
North American Indigenous.
Right. Is that common for you all to take the test and they come back that way?
Yeah, it's very common.
Okay, let me ask you something. How all them white people get in the tribes?
They either married in or interbred into the tribe.
Well, wasn't it some black Americans that had native also? Why wasn't they able to do that?
Because they're probably not actually from that tribe
It's not.
or married in. Like
Mm.
their father or mother probably actually was not a part of that tribe, so that's why they're not able to be a part of it.
Oh, okay. Hold on, H Town, because this what we do. If you don't like these conversations, you can leave. Go ahead, the black.
Peace and blessings to everybody. Peace and blessings. Uh, I did want to ask you. You said your DNA come back as North American indigenous.
Yeah. I have a little bit, like 10% of South American Bolivian and Yucatan Peninsula, but that's about it.
I'm trying to see how is that possible because that's not really a DNA classification. That's why they ask you, do it go back to Siberia? Because most people who are so-called natives, especially in the Southwest, they go back to either Siberia or some type of Spanish European ethnic group.
Well, the only reason I was asking, about if you guys believe in DNA or not, I mean, I guess I got some new people. There's some new people in here. So, do you believe in DNA or no?
Who, me?
It's a,
No, 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 no. That's not the way this works. This is Ask Black Americans a question. The person underneath me is literally an African, and then we don't know everybody else up here. But yeah, I think that should be your answer. Is that even the United States government doesn't believe in DNA tests. That's why, in order to get into these tribes, you have to prove it through genealogy. That's the only way to get in. And I can
Right.
guarantee you,
But
sir,
wait a
that
minute,
you're.
hold on, Maroon. How do you feel about DNA tests when it comes to like crime investigation? Are you talking about
Me?
crime scene? No, I'm talking about my Maroon. But are you talking about crime like with people, like DNA as far as when, used in grape kits and stuff like that? What are you talking about? Which one are you talking about?
You
Or
talking about
you
me?
No, I'm talking to the man, Mr. Salish.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about both. DNA is DNA.
Okay, well, as far as
so
yeah, like I was saying earlier, if it DNA, because the only reason I'm saying that is because I know for a fact that they swabbed the lizard and it came back that lizard was from Nigeria. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, and then I've never found the African in my genealogy. Most of us haven't, but it is what it is. I don't know. What's your point? Okay, you want to get on to it? You want to wrap the band-aid off what you really want to say?
I guess all I was here to say was like, if you don't believe in DNA, just so you know, DNA is the only thing that the Europeans say that links Native Americans, Indigenous Americans, back to Siberia. That's the only thing that they lean on. So if you don't believe in DNA, then you don't believe that we are from Siberia, because that's the only thing that says that we are.
that's not the only thing.
Yeah, y'all used to didn't go on that.
They go by y'all oral history that y'all came through the Barrier Street and y'all seen people here.
No, none of my tribes that I'm a part of or descend from say that at all.
Hmm.
Go by oral history. That's what the United States government lied about on documentation, which is how I ended up finding out that it's illegal for them to take DNA tests to be a part of these tribes. And then when they get on there, most of their DNA results, and y'all could look this up, goes to multiple different parts of Asia and Europe because they mixed in with the YT supremacists as soon as y'all got off those boats in the early 1900s and late 1890s. And
So
there's
if my
pictures
people
of
got
it.
off the okay. So if my people got off the boats in the early 1900s, then how come there was a Spaniard explorer who came into my territory in the 1500s and documented us and wrote us down in exactly what we look like?
He didn't say
What did
they
he
looked
say?
like you.
What did he say they look like?
I mean, you can see my picture, right? It's the
No,
same
no.
thing.
Tell us.
Long,
You
straight hair,
okay? But bring the scholarship.
dark skin.
That's not you, sir. You look
That is
like
me,
you're
sir.
from the
I
east
can turn
coast
my
of
camera
China.
on right now, homie.
Okay, I got yeah. And listen, I have. You could turn your camera on all you want to. Yeah, dude. Now you don't even look like your photo.
Oh
That's
boy, you
AI.
photoshopped that picture.
Yeah, dude. You're straight up. You're literally from Asia. I could put up some pictures of some real Cherokees if you want to see that, because I found some from the
Yeah,
Yeah.
federal government.
show him some,
Yeah,
Maroon.
let's do this. We can go band for band real quick. Hold on.
Real quick, hold on. Go ahead, Val. Got something to say while Maroon getting them pictures. Go ahead, Val.
Well, just so you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black
Submission.
people are only a part. Black people are only part of the Cherokee Nation, the Chickasaw Nation, the Choctaw Nation, the Seminoles, because they adopted slaves into their tribe, and then they
Oh,
gifted them
there it
Man, you
full
know
is.
this
blood
is
status.
bullshit.
Ah, there it
They
is.
gifted them full blood status
Dude, you're a
after
whole
they
Asian up
enslaved
here
them.
trying to troll, and you're doing it with a lame way. This is from the United States federal government, from the Library of Congress, and also to the state of Oklahoma archives. What they say,
Yeah,
this is
that's an
what a
adopted.
freedman, this is a freedman
That's an
Cherokee.
adopted slave.
No, hold on, don't troll out. This is the freedman Cherokee from the Dawes Rolls, sir. The actual
Who
Dawes Rolls, the rolls that you have to go to court to be a part of.
slavery?
No, this is not. These are the people that you want to
Freed
be
men
like.
means you were
This,
freed
no,
from
no, this is the
slavery.
people you want to be like. Then the Yamasi. How do you explain them? How do you explain the Geechees? Y'all can't explain nothing that y'all saying. This is a
Well,
real
they are
Cherokee.
descendants of slaves.
Hold on, let's
That's
see
how I
here.
explain it.
But
Hold
wait,
on,
let
let's
me
That's how I
ask you.
explain it.
Wait, hold on, Salish. Let me ask you something. You mean to
Yeah,
tell
it's
me?
Salish, but okay.
Oh, Salish. Okay, Salish. I ain't mean no disrespect. Let me ask you something. So you mean to tell me you want to come over here giving Black Americans slash Indigenous people the smoke, and y'all sit up there and let all them white people take over y'all tribes like that? Don't you think you
Thankfully,
should?
take over my tribe.
Yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
it's full of white people. How that happen? And why is some Native Americans being taken off the reservations because they was
That
fake
never
Indians?
happened. And do I look white to you? Like you said, I look
I'm
Asian. Which one do I
asking you.
look?
No, no,
European
no.
or Asian?
I'm
They
not
say
saying you
dark
white.
skin Asian.
I'm saying white people running y'all tribes
No, there's no white people running my tribe.
because they say they native and
Really?
y'all
Did
accept
he
that,
say he
right?
Lakota?
Yeah.
$5.
Oh
My
boy.
father is Lakota. I'm not part of
$5.
the Lakota nation, though.
This is the
I'm not
Cherokees.
enrolled.
Hold
I'm
on.
not.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
just a
on.
descendant of
What
Lakota.
tribe
You're
you enrolled in?
Hold on real quick,
Salish.
everybody. This is the Freedmen Cherokee again in 2026. I went and got modern photos. That guy in the middle
Yeah, like I
is
said,
his cousin,
freedmen
a
are
white
freed
Asian
slaves.
over the current Cherokees. Just because you co-opt a tribe doesn't mean that you're from that tribe, sir. There's a difference. You guys came over here and tried to adopt our ways, but yet you're not doing anything with the land. You're
Right.
not
What
farming or
if y'all
anything.
right? And then
Objection.
I'm curious about something else. If y'all was over here for all them centuries before the
Hmm.
indigenous people, where y'all inventions at? Like what have y'all done for this country? What were y'all doing
What,
over here all them centuries?
we mean this country of United States?
Yeah, what have y'all done? What y'all inventions? If y'all was the first people here, what was y'all doing? What y'all been doing?
We didn't have to invent anything. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm saying, if you want to claim this country, what have y'all done for it? I'm trying to figure out.
No, why would my people want to do anything for the United States government?
So y'all gonna leave?
What do you mean?
Y'all gonna leave? If you don't want to do
This is
nothing
our
for
country. Why
oh
would we
right.
leave our
And you
land? That
and
doesn't
I
make no
hope
sense.
listen, I hope you know, I just hope you know the truth is coming out. That's why we starting to see more of you people coming over here. And that's all I'm gonna say. You got your beliefs and we got ours. And we not gonna stop until we figure out the truth. The truth gonna come
Do you
out.
know what sovereign? Do you know what sovereignty is?
Go ahead, the black. Yes, I do. I understand that. I understand that's
I
why
have
they got.
sovereignty. I don't
I
have to go
understand.
and
I
live by the U.S.
understand.
government at
For
all.
now, y'all do. I understand. But the truth is gonna come out. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Val. Val, go ahead with your question.
Salish, I want to know how you felt about the Native Alaskans, who, if you speak to them, they'll tell you that you guys are not the real natives, but they are.
I'm pretty close to Alaska, and I have never heard that from an Alaskan native. I'm actually friends with one that I see every day, and he does not believe that, and their people do not say that. I've never been told that by an Alaskan Inuit, an Eskimo, or any of those people that we are not the true indigenous people because those people are the same people as us.
Oh, I'm glad
Hey,
you said that.
FBA dumbass, I'm gonna put you down. I gotta do something real quick. You can come right back up. Go ahead, the black. You had something to say?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that you're closely
You don't
related to
believe in
them
DNA, though.
folks.
Remember that. You don't
No, no,
believe in DNA. Remember that.
Sorry,
hold
I
on,
got
hold on.
that. You was
I'm
brought
glad
up
you
by
said
mistake.
you closely related to them folks, cause your tribe, know what I'm saying, is from that little region. You was a deluded Eskimo Spanish reject. That's what you are. Know what I'm saying? That's why you found the darkest place in your house to take that picture to make it look like you was a little more darker. But when you got on that camera, you looked at like a straight Spanish Eskimo. Look, we know y'all history. You was a mestizo reject that couldn't be white and pass enough to be Spanish. And shit. The Eskimos didn't know you and didn't want you cause shit, you can't live like them. So like you trying to come up here and say, hey, you're
I
Native
said the
American.
Eskimos
I
and the
think
Inuits, they have never
I
said
was
that
a
about my people.
Mongolian.
Look, we don't care
I
what
was
they say,
like a
cause they
Mongolian
rejects
with
too, cause they're not the true indigenous. They came from Alaska, and they came over to Bering Strait. They tell the truth about their history. Y'all are not,
The
and
Bering
it's
Strait
cool. You
theory?
can continue to push this The five civilized tribes
The Bering
had
Strait
slaves.
theory, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Like I said, so I can land.
The
You
same
you you
theory
can
that has not
continue to
been proven?
push this narrative that y'all had slaves, but we know the real history that majority of these individuals interbreeded with the five civilized tribes and pushed the original people out, signing treaties, getting them on the Trail of Tears and all these other forced migration. So I mean, you can't come up here and lie to us. Stop capping, little Eskimo man.
Go ahead, helicopter.
How y'all doing?
What's good, OG?
I'm
Peace
good.
and
I'm
blessings,
good.
OG.
Peace and blessings to everybody in the room, to the panel. Salish, is that how you pronounce it? Salish,
Salish.
Salish. I
Yeah,
got
that's
a.
his tribe.
So let me ask you a question. So you're saying that the American Indians, right, are those are the descendants of slaves, but you're the original here to this land?
No, I never said that.
What's your position?
I never said that American Indians are descendants of slaves. No, I never said that.
So who are the American Indians?
The American Indians are people who look like me.
You're copper colored?
Oh yeah. You want me to turn my camera back on and
No,
show
no,
my
no, no, no,
arms?
no,
Or...
no, 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 no. So let me ask you a question. Okay, so
I'm
what?
wearing copper colored glasses. I can actually put
I
my
got it,
arm
got
right
it,
up
got it,
next to my
got it,
glasses. It's the same
got it.
color.
Yeah,
Let me,
cut your camera on.
yeah, let's do it
And
again.
their profile picture Photoshop. I don't give
It's
a damn.
AI. Exactly. He got an AI
No,
profile
that's not
picture.
AI. That's
It
an
is.
old
Nigga,
picture
we
from
just
three
saw
Hold
years
you.
on,
ago,
Maroon.
nigga.
Let him cut his camera on. Go ahead, helicopter.
Yeah. So my next question to you, while you cut your camera on, what is y'all's culture? Okay, cool.
That ain't copper.
That
Got it.
look
Got
like
you. What?
a Mexican tone to me.
Right, Mexican or Asian to me, but what is your culture, man? Tell me what your culture is.
Look, copper colored glasses. Look,
Got you. What is your culture?
same color as me.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
So I'm trying to get to this guy that he keeps damn showing his damn glasses for the 15th damn time, bro. We see your glasses in your skin tone. Can you please tell me what your culture is?
My culture is indigenous culture.
What
Oh
is
shit!
it?
Almost. My bad. My bad. Indigenous culture.
Yeah, what is that?
Indigenous American culture.
What is it? Can you tell me what's your okay?
You
So if
don't
I
know what
went
that
to
is?
yeah, I don't. So if I went to an indigenous American restaurant, what type of food would I be served?
Blue corn, bison, corn, squash, beans, probably some tortillas. Like,
Oh hell
what do you mean
no. Hell
teas?
no.
So hold on, real quick.
Hmm.
So without naming things that could be considered Mexican food, what would be considered?
Mexicans are
Hold
indigenous to
on,
America.
no,
So
no, we ain't
what?
talking. But are you Mexican?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question again. Without
Hmm.
naming foods that would be considered
Look at
Mexican,
picture American.
what would I be served at your Native American
I'm,
restaurant?
I'm trying to
I
figure out
just
how to
told
use
you.
this green screen.
Okay. So
I'll give you an example. Here we go. Hold on, real quick. I'll give you an example. If you
if
were
I
to
had
go
a
to,
restaurant, right? If I had a
okay,
restaurant and I wanted to make indigenous foods, I
uh huh.
would be making salmon, smoked salmon, bison, elk meat, deer meat, cougar, bear.
Oh.
So you're telling me the type of foods that you would serve. How would you
Shit, from
prepare those foods?
Where you getting
That's
some
what
cougar from?
yeah, no, but they get them in the mountain, little mountain lions and shit. But what I'm trying to figure out,
I'm
like I'll
not too
give you an
far
example.
from now.
Let me give you an example, right? So if I was to make a Black American dish, if you was to come to a Black American restaurant, you said I want a Black American dish, I would probably serve you, I don't know, like some hamburger and gravy with some mashed potatoes and some corn, maybe some corn, and I don't know, maybe a side of collard greens. What would you serve
Wait,
me?
what kind of hamburger? What kind of hamburger though? Like cow?
Yeah, I just take hamburger. You never had hamburger
Well,
and gravy?
cows are not indigenous to America
I
though.
didn't
How
ask you who.
not?
So right, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is you don't have a culture, bruh.
My family has and actually owns an indigenous Native American restaurant in East Oakland, California. You can
Right,
look it
but
up.
all you can tell me is for cooking techniques. Like you can tell me you smoked salmon, you smoked a bear, you smoked
Hmm.
a fish. You
Well,
know,
you can't smoke bear, but okay.
okay, get it. But you can't tell me like how you actually prepared an actual dish like macaroni and cheese. What's your equivalent of macaroni and cheese?
My people don't eat macaroni and cheese, bro.
Just tell me something equivalent. What's your equivalent of a casserole?
You gotta have that yeasty ass noodles for that, like, bro. Like we don't
All
use that.
casseroles don't have noodles, man. Just tell me a casserole that a Native American would make.
What you mean, like a meat pie or something like that?
A casserole, bro.
Yeah, we don't make casseroles. That's Italian.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you make?
I just told you. Like what?
I land my plane. I'm done.
He don't know his culture. What is your clothing in your culture then? What's your traditional clothing?
It was a mixture of cedar bark from a tree mixed with, like, honestly, it was a dog that we would mix the fur with the tree bark and wear that. But that dog is extinct now. The Europeans kind of fucked that up.
Let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
ask you something. I just
Either
thought
that or like if I was like, my father's tribe, he's Lakota. They wore buckskin, which is actually deer skin, elk hide, buffalo hide,
so.
shit like that.
Hold on, Salish. So, do you believe that all the Black Americans got here from slave boats?
I would say that a lot of black people, the majority of them, yes.
So indigenous people wasn't enslaved. Natives wasn't enslaved.
Can you re-say that? You was all over the place.
Were natives enslaved? Were they ever in
Oh,
slavery?
yes.
By who?
The Europeans and Spaniards.
What Europeans? There were multiple European groups that was here.
Germans, Spaniards.
No, there wasn't too many Germans over here.
What do you think they did when they first landed here in Southern America? What's
Miss
up?
Love, you was gonna ask him something before I say anything.
I was just trying to. So y'all built those mounds in Mississippi. Y'all built those mounds down south.
No, not my tribes, but yes, the indigenous people. Yes, they built the mounds.
Or what indigenous people? Your people, the Native Americans.
Yeah, the so-called Native Americans, but I don't really like that term because Native American was created by European ideology.
Like? What you want to what you like?
I would like for all my indigenous people to go by their tribes instead of what Europeans call us. Europeans call us American Indians, and Europeans call us Native Americans, when truly we are Seminole, we are Choctaw, we are Chickasaw.
You're not Seminole, sir. You're not a Seminole.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not Seminole. No, that's correct.
I just wanted y'all to pay attention to how language matters. Every single time you guys are getting ready to make him admit a point, and let me mute his little mic because it's got a lot of back feed. He starts saying, "Oh, that's indigenous dishes. That's not native." Or he'll say, "No, I'm native." He'll call himself a native, but he won't call himself indigenous. He knows that language matters. He's trying to keep up the hold on. Got a mestizo punk up here. Listen, you're not indigenous. That's why he keeps saying that, oh, this is an indigenous dish. This is an indigenous hairstyle. This is an indigenous thing. But he keeps calling himself native. He'll say native traditions, native this. Oh, I'm not from here, but my people are from this region, but they're not from this region. He's trying to do wordplay because he knows he's not indigenous. They know who the real indigenous people are. You got an AI profile picture, and when you cut your camera on, you're just a Mexican or a Siberian, I would say, with bad skincare. That's all. That's it, and that's all. And you would have great skin like Black Americans do if you were from this land, if you were in your indigenous homeland. Now, he's not even a real Mexican. He's just a Siberian. Yeah, you're indigenous to Siberia.
Hold on to something he said earlier. You said Mexicans are native to America? Salas. Can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah. I said
is he having a third world brain moment right now?
Yes, he is.
I wasn't even talking, by the way.
I know you weren't. You weren't listening either. What are Mexican? You said Mexicans are native to America?
Yes, I did say that.
Hold on, bro. So a group of people that were clearly Spanish, colonized by the Spanish, that look nothing like the indigenous population, those current day Mexicans you're saying are the natives that were here on this land before the Spanish arrived.
Not the black,
As well
not the
as my
black
people, yes.
Hispanics.
As well as my people, yes. The indigenous Mexicans, it's actually Mexica. That's what the word comes from, Mexica.
So the ones
Those
that were mixed
people
with
were here at the same time as my people.
so
And
the ones that were
we
mixed with the
could,
Spanish, who are they?
those are
So who
still
is this?
indigenous people that are
So
mixed with Spanish.
who is this woman up here? Is this
Thank
woman
you.
indigenous up here?
I don't know who
Is
she is.
is this an indigenous woman? Yes or no?
I wouldn't know. I'm not going to give you an answer on that because I don't know who she is.
Based
So
on what
you
you
no,
know to
but
be an
based on what
indigenous
you
woman,
know, wait a minute. Based on lookership, since you came up here saying
I
that
don't
you're
go by
indigenous.
lookership.
Oh, okay.
No, you just said we not native. We can't be natives because they wasn't black.
So is
You
this
look like the
woman?
natives.
What I would like to know is because I got so many pictures. Listen, of my family, my actual
I
family, and
would
my
say that
kids.
she's African.
Are
If you
you
want to
done
be
lost?
honest,
You done
she's
lost your.
African.
You done lost your everlasting
That
mind.
straightened her hair out.
You,
That's an
she don't.
African that
No, no,
straightened
no,
her
no,
hair.
no. Wait a minute, sir.
With
She
possibly
doesn't
some
listen.
admixture.
That lady does not touch a straightening comb, baby boy. Okay, my daughter damn near sits on her hair, and her hair does not need to be straightened at all. Okay, there's no damn straightening combs. Have you lost your mind? Okay, this is an indigenous woman, and I have plenty of more pictures. So don't start. Please don't come up here starting with us. So, next.
I want to know. So
Yeah, like you can
you
see
don't
the
say you
frizz in
since
her
hold on
hair that comes
since you
from
want to go by
afros.
DNA, Mister. Do you
No,
have
it's
any
not.
Spanish conquistador blood in you?
No, no, I don't.
So
The
you don't
black,
have
can
no
you ask him
European
about,
blood in
can
you.
you ask him about the black, the Mexicans that was over there, the indigenous Mexicans? Can you ask them?
well,
Because
that's
they
what I was
was,
going to ask him about. That's where I was getting
yeah.
to.
So
And
what
That's why
Mexicans,
I
which
asked him. Did
ones
he
he
have some
talking about?
European in him?
so, yeah,
Is
that's
he,
what I was going to get. So
yeah, he's
you,
talking about the ones that came, which ones? The ones that look like him or the indigenous ones? Which
right?
ones? The native? Go ahead.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to ask you there, Mr. Sal. Which ones are you? Which Mexicans are you talking about? The ones that look like you, or the native Mexicans that look like Montezuma?
Montezuma? I'm not familiar with who that is, to be honest with you, but
What? Hold on, bro. How are you native to this land and you don't know who Montezuma is?
I haven't done all my research, to be honest with you,
Go
on
ahead, put it back.
everybody.
You see, I ain't with my
But
damn
hold on.
belt.
But you got enough research to tell us that we're not from this land and we're from Africa. But we can point to
Oh yeah, everybody
lineage
knows
that
that.
right, but you don't know who Montezuma is.
Do
Do
I
you know
have
Montezuma?
to? I don't have to.
Yes, you should.
I
But
don't have to. What the
yeah, you
fuck?
have to. And here's the reason why. Montezuma looks just like me.
That's cap.
How do you know? You said you didn't even know who he was.
If he's indigenous to America, he doesn't look
See,
nothing like
here's
me.
what you're suffering from right now. I talk about this all the time. They got this symptom called Dunner Kruger effect, where the less you know about something, the more solid you are on that subject. Right? It's called ignorance. So the
This
less
isn't answering
knowledge.
the hostess question, though.
No,
This
I'm
is
not.
not
I'm the
answering the
mod.
host
I'm a
question
mod.
at all.
I'm a mod. Okay, so you can talk to me as well,
Good for
just like
you.
you can
You
talk
want a
to someone else here.
medal?
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you because now your feelings hurt. Okay, so what it is I asked you who Montezuma was. You said I've never heard of him. I've got to look him up. And I told you Montezuma looks like me, and you said that's cap. So actually, from this point on, and we already knew you was lying when you came on this panel.
If
So from this
Montezuma
point
is
on, right, I
indigenous to
got it. You
America,
crashing
he
out. I'm
doesn't
gonna
look,
let you crash out when I get done.
he
So
look
from this
nothing like
point
me.
on, everything that you say
Maroon,
can
the
be
Olmec
taken as a
picture.
Go
lie.
look at her hair.
Every single thing that you
Okay.
say from this point on is a lie, and I'm gonna land my plane.
Go ahead, Phallus.
All right.
You
Now that his plane is landed, what is your question, host?
So it was indigenous people all over, right? And they all were people who look like Black Americans, basically, well, somewhat. You know what I mean? So which Mexican are you talking about? You talking about the Mexicans who look like you look today, or the original ones, the dark people? Which ones is indigenous?
Majika people are dark,
Oh, so that's y'all on the Olmec
but
statues
they're not
too.
black.
So
They're
that's
not
y'all.
black, no, but they're
Okay,
dark.
so that's y'all on the Olmec statues too.
That's agreed upon. They're not.
Yes, the original Majikas, yes, that's them on the Olmec
What you
statues,
say,
yeah.
bruh? Hold on, fellas.
He said they have dark skin, but they're not black. I said, yeah, that's agreed. They are not the same.
So what's your stance? Well, hold on. We
So
got
you
we got a
agree
lot of
that
people in the
indigenous
queue.
Mexicans
We
are
got
not
a lot
black?
of mods
Don't
and a
put me
lot
Oh,
on
of
thank you,
blast.
people.
bruh.
I'm chilling. I'm
Thanks,
chilling.
bruh.
Don't put me on blast yet. No, hell no. I ain't on your side.
You, you
We
just
got to
agreed
get
with me
to
though,
some
bruh.
people on the queue. It's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna
Who is
disagree
these
with you.
people?
You in
Are
that
these
box.
your people,
No, I
Salad?
said you agreed, bruh.
Hold on, Salad. So these your people right
What's up?
here, the Olmec statues. Those
I'm not
your people.
Mexican. I'm not
No,
Mexica, so no, those are not my people. Those are my
right.
You
relatives
just
of the
tried to
South.
claim them people earlier.
No, I
Not
never did.
20
I
I
never
minutes
told
said I
y'all,
ago
was
you
listen
tried
to
to
his
claim
Mexican.
them
language.
people.
Listen to
I
his
never
Sir,
said I was
language.
Mexican.
sir, you just tried to claim the Mexica, the Seminoles,
He
all
tried
these
to
I'm
say
different
not
groups
claiming
of
those
he
people.
tried to say
No,
all
my
I'm
these
not
different
people.
claiming those
groups of
people.
indigenous people that were
Right. And he
not
tried to
you.
say my
You
people
from the
are
South?
African and my people are literally on reservations in Virginia. So you just clowned yourself right there. Ain't no damn African nothing.
Yeah, that's where
So
the most slave
try
plantations
again.
are,
Try
is on the East
again.
Coast.
Try again, honey. Try again.
On the East
You guys
Coast,
are a
that's where the
bunch of
most
liars
slave
and
plantations
counterfeits.
are.
You
I
guys are
have
a
a
bunch of
question.
liars and counterfeits. And what they actually
Okay,
did was they worked together
Georgia,
with the
give me the.
YT people.
I got
They
you.
worked
Hold on,
together.
Val. I'm sorry. Go
They
ahead.
worked together with the YT people and the Masons, and they stole our identities. Period. Point blank.
Okay, go ahead, Georgia.
I have a couple of questions. My first question is for the tribes that you're a part of.
Hmm.
Before I think the Spaniards came, there weren't horses here, right? Am I correct?
Horses are actually indigenous to America, but they went extinct over a certain amount of time. But
Okay.
yes, Spaniards brought them back. Yeah.
Okay, so before then, y'all were mostly nomadic by foot. Is that correct?
For the most part, I would say, yeah.
Okay, so America is a big land. How do you
Hmm.
know? You said that you guys were on the west. Is that what you said? Most of the tribes you're talking about were mostly West Coast or Midwest?
Midwest to West Coast, yeah.
Right. So how did y'all know what was on the East Coast?
We walked
Y'all walked across America all the time?
all the time.
Okay. I find that kind of hard to believe. But what I'm trying to say is this. Every other continent on this earth, there was once a time when all the continents was one landmass. They were all
Thank
together.
you.
And everything originated from Africa.
Pangea.
That's
So
also a
if
theory. That's called the out of Africa theory.
everything
That's
you
not
said
proven to
right
be
now is a
true.
theory, sir, can I finish? Don't interrupt. I listened to you for a long
No,
time.
it's proven. It's proven that my people would walk across. There's
Thank
proof
you.
of that.
Okay, but listen to what I'm. But you're listening to respond. Don't listen to respond. Just listen to hear.
I'm
Okay, thank you. We all started in Africa. That's proven. And there was one landmass, and all of the continents moved apart. Every other landmass has dark complected indigenous people in Australia, in Asia. They're all over the world. But you're telling me North America is the only place there weren't dark skinned indigenous people? That's one question. My second question is you mentioned the freedmen, and you said that the freedmen were the former slaves of the tribes, but that's not right. Before slavery ended, and those tribes ended slavery after 1865. So there's a large mass of people. Like when I do my genealogy during slavery, I have family members that are on the census listed as white. They are not white. Then after slavery, they were listed as black. There was a thing called the paper genocide. And even in 1924, when they created the Native American rules, they had certain rules you had to fit. And there were some phenotypical things that were erased. Now, my bloodline goes back to Virginia, and that's where Walter Plecker came from. And he had this whole thing where he decided that if you were too dark, you were pretending to be a native. And he gave lists of last names to hospitals, schools, everywhere. And if your name came up on that list, he went in and changed your record to colored. There was an erasure. And it's really hard for me to believe that, I don't want to call you Native Americans, but the tribes that you guys hail from, and y'all went to get your name put on that doll's roll and get your little piece of paper and your card, that y'all don't know that there were people who were rejected from tribes. There were people who did not get put on the roll because they didn't want to get put on the roll. So I respect you. I'm not trying to say you don't have a culture. I'm not trying to say who you are. But what I'm trying to get you to say is you can't say who we are. Because in my family, I have never heard a story about anything about Africa. And it's only two grandparents away. My grandfather's grandfather was a slave. So we don't have any stories about in the tribes in Africa, but my family talks about being Cherokee. And then somebody said, well, you guys were lying. Why would we lie? Because it was against the law. If you got caught saying you were a Native American, you were jailed. So why the hell would we lie? So that's my thing. All we're trying to do is find our heritage. And I don't know why anybody has a problem with coming to the truth, because it don't have anything to do with you. If we do find out that we are, that's not going to affect you. So why do y'all care so much? And I got one more thing and I'm going to rest. You guys are known, native tribes were known to be people of the land. And the story is, the folklore is that they helped the pilgrims to survive. They showed them how to grow stuff and they showed them. But when I see reservations, now maybe they just showing the ugly ones. But when I see reservations, I don't see the whole dances with wolves, like that beautiful scenery that you used to see. I'm like,
Hey, Tony,
where is this heritage of loving the land and I mean, it looked like Haiti over there sometimes. So I mean, I just have questions. I don't want to disrespect you. I'm not gonna say that you don't have a culture. I don't believe that you don't have a culture.
Okay, land your
And I'm not
plane,
trying to.
Georgia.
I'm not trying to say who you are, but don't tell us who we are. And I land.
Period.
And
Okay,
I
thank you for coming up, Georgia. I gotta get other people up here. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm a
Uh,
drop.
all right. And go ahead, Falish, and land your plane.
There's two words to what she was saying that is my response is
And then
broken
you, Val.
treaties. Broken treaties. That's what got our reservations fucked up. That's the reason why we don't have what she sees and so-called dances with wolves and all the plants and us growing that stuff, because the United States government promised to give us money to fund those things after colonizing us and forcing us onto reservations, because they had pews and we had bows and arrows and they had the better weapon. That's all that was. And those treaties, we made them sign those treaties and they made us sign some of them. And they promised to give us millions and millions and millions of dollars if we just sign this treaty and go to the land that they gave us. But what they didn't do was give us
hold,
the millions of dollars. They just forced us to these lands without
they gave you the
living
casinos,
up to
so
hold
their
on,
you
promise.
had the
hold on.
casinos.
Celeste, hold on. Please stay on your
They
mute.
promised us
I
way
got,
more than a
hold on one
casino.
sec. I got a question real quick.
And
You said,
casinos were
hold on,
invented because they
Celeste,
didn't
hold
give.
on. Celeste, hold on. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I got a question. Okay, so my question is this. You said that they were allowing Africans and slaves and stuff to
That's what I'm talking
enroll.
about. We get like that.
What can you please, what in the hell is, stop coming off your mute. So you said that they were allowing
That
Africans
was
and
bruh.
slaves. Okay, that they were allowing Africans and slaves, and it's not funny. So they were allowing Africans and slaves and stuff to enroll in these tribes. Was any of that stuff proven? Because I never heard that.
Hey,
One of the
American, can you
Yeah, I mean, you can go do
wait a
your own
minute, hold on,
research.
American. I
It's
need
no.
you
fully
to handle the
proven.
stage. After him, we're gonna spend about 5 more minutes on that, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to other people. But I need you to hold the
Okay.
stage for about 30 minutes.
Okay. And then, so Celeste, you want to answer that or repeat what you just said? Because I wanted to try to get clarification from one of the other mods because I never heard that. I heard something similar, but not the way you just worded it.
Okay, well, I'll start from the beginning. So, Indigenous
No,
Americans, like myself, have have actually a little bit of the slave culture within our own people. We would raid other tribes and make them be our slaves. Surrounding tribes, surrounding people, other
right. So
surrounding
just get
indigenous
to the point where
tribes.
you said that they started
Hold on,
adapting.
I'll get to it. I'll get to
Okay,
it.
make it
So when
quick.
the Europeans came and their culture was slavery, we adopted indigenous people. When I say we, I mean indigenous people adopted European slavery ideology, and we bought black African and black American slaves from these people and made them slaves of our people. But after a certain amount of time, we realized that it's not the right thing to do, and we should not be treating black Africans and black Americans, which are the same goddamn thing, that we should
No,
not be
no, don't
treating
try
them
to
this
link
way.
them up together
We
now.
shouldn't be treating them this way.
Okay.
So we gave them American Indian, Indigenous, Native American, all the same thing, right? Those are all the same thing. Black Americans and African Americans are the same thing. So
Okay,
we gave those
stop
people,
crying like a hoe, sis. Let me tell
we
you
I'm
gave,
something.
trying to
According
hold
to
on because I'm just trying to get him to this last little part because I just want him to
we
repeat it.
gave
Well,
them, gave
Wait a
them
minute. And
100%
moving forward, we got to
indigenous
really work
blood
on the
from our
language,
tribes.
okay? Moving forward, we got to work on the language.
my bad.
okay, just say the last little part real quick and then land.
We gave the black American and African American slaves, which, black American, African American are the same people. We gave them 100% indigenous blood on our tribes and our Dawes rolls because we
Why?
felt
What
bad
was
for
the
enslaving
purpose?
them. We felt bad for enslaving them.
That
That's
doesn't
why.
make okay.